Good morning, ladies and gents. I don't know how they want to do this session, but let's just do some quick top-down analysis and then get our day started. Looking at the daily time frame, previous day was a 2 up. Current candle is a consolidation candle, so it's a 1. No clear move. There's no 2 up or a 2 down. What will constitute a 2 down in our market, just so I don't forget it. So will give us our 2 down trigger if we break under 69.11. So that's the daily. 1 hour does look long. It does look like it wants to go make a push to the upside based on my system. So I'm trying to long it to 69.58. And then I'll be out and see what it does from there. The 30-minute also looks like, sorry for my yawning. The 30-minute also looks like, based on my system, we want to make a push up. If I break this down a little bit further, we are holding a value area low, which is sitting at 69.24. So we're currently trading within a market auction range. So the low for this market auction is 69.24. If we break under 69.24, I won't be so keen to long because daily 2 down is just right here at 69.11. And if that triggers, I expect the sweep to happen. So I'm looking for buyers to at least hold this market auction area at 69.24.75. Market auction high. Our first high is at 69.45. Second high sits around 69.64. Current midnight open session is at 69.58. We are bouncing above a previous midnight's open, which is at 69.22. So I want to see if we can make a push to at least 69.54. I don't mind leaving 4 points on the table, but from 20, what is it? I went long at 28.25. So if I can get a push up to 54, let's just do the math real quick. 54 minus 28. That'll give me a 26-point move. So it's a very good move. And I'll be more than happy. At that point, I'll wait to see if we break above the session high. Then I will reevaluate as far as repositioning and things of that nature. But again, daily 2 down triggers at 69.11. So if we don't hold this value area low and start breaking down, my stops are at 69.20. So if we break down and, you know, get stopped out, I'll be watching this 69.11 to hold. If it doesn't hold, I expect the sweep to the downside to come. And at that point, I'll just reassess what they want to do for that market session, because they may, you know, sell this off if they do break that and trigger a daily 2 down. So watching this very closely. I do have longs running light size only because the daily 2 down is like so far and there's no clear trigger. When there's no clear trigger, when it's a bias as far as the daily setup and there's a 1 candle, I'm going to size light. Once there's a clear direction, then I can, you know, properly size how I want to size. So I'm size light on this position. I did recently exit my gold longs this morning. So we got into longs down here and we just exited them on this candle here. So gold could go higher, but I just don't want to be in 2 positions monitoring 2 different assets. So I'm holding my ES longs at the moment. But yeah. We do have PMI, I believe 645. So I'm also taking that into account. I expect it to be slow right now until the market opens, so I'm not expecting too much. trying to hold the value area lows at the moment. Nice pop going so far on ES off the value area lows. So while I am looking for 69.50s, we do have technical value area high sitting at 69.44. So if we do come there, I may just be out early there and just wait for the market to reopen and see if we pull back at open, or see if we pull back at any point after VH hits. And then, yeah, just go about it from there, really. So just set targets there. What is it at? 44.25. So I'd put at 44. So I have targets set at 44, but that's if it wants to go there. Markets are about to open in about 20 seconds. All right, markets are open. ES is trying to pump. It's trying. The value area high keeps updating, so it's at 41, but it's a 1 hour. I want to see if we still can retest the midnight open at 69.58, but I don't know. Buyers look like they're gonna leave, but if we can hold above 69.27, I expect them to still try and push us higher. So I am still currently in my long position off of 69.28.25. My stop loss is at 69.20 flat. And it's a hard stop as well, because again, if we break down, I already have my bear side thesis. It's breaking 69.11 puts us in a daily 2 down. At that point, I won't be interested in longs. I may even call it for the session, because then the market will more than likely reverse and trend the opposite way, and then it'll just mess up my mindset shift and everything like that. So I'd probably just will call it for the day if that happens. So we're approaching 69.27. Let's see what happens here. Let's see if buyers decide to step back in or if they just give up. Ideally, what I'm really looking for based on this whole setup right now, with this current consolidation, is I'm looking for buyers to retest Asia highs at the least, not even break us out of this little channel here, but just at least test overnight highs. That's what I'm looking for, because we are near overnight lows. So we're breaking value area lows. If we tag 69.20, that's going to be my stop. And if we can't hold, we could go to 69.11, which will trigger a daily 2 down. I do have a gold swing open, so that's why I have gold up here to my right. Somebody has a hot mic. Someone has a hot mic. Who is it? Who is it? Load it. You have a hot mic. Oh, okay. I didn't see. Thank you. It's getting a little bit nasty here. We're consolidating. Not consolidating, but looks like order blocks are forming. We have news that's gonna be released at 6:45, so I think that's the reason why we're consolidating like this. So either they stop me out before the news drops, or the news just is too volatile and it stops me out, because my stop loss is rather tight. I kind of want to keep it with market structure and bring it down a little bit more, but yeah, kind of want to keep it within market structure. But and if I'm keeping it within my, yeah. Because we have news in 5. I'm gonna edit my stops just one time, and I'm gonna keep it within my risk. So I edited my stops. They're at 69.18, and I'll explain why. Give me a sec. So the reason why I moved it to 69.18 is because we have a couple of underlying factors at hand. We have a midnight open from the previous session at 69.29. So if we really held under that, then okay, that tells me that we can start pulling down lower. Next, if I'm looking back in my previous sessions, I have an opening range at 69.20, so, or 21. So if they didn't bounce it here, then I know that, okay, we can for sure go to 18. At that point, because we have another opening range at 69.17 and a midnight open at 69.15. So there's like many levels of support to catch this thing before triggering a daily 2 down. If none of these, major levels can hold, a drop, and we trigger a 69.11 breakdown, then they're just gonna flush this thing. As you can see, the structure gives out under there, and they flush it, and that's where they bounced it previously, right? So at that point, I probably won't even try and catch a falling knife or anything. I'll just let them fizzle it out, or either save it or something. Right now they're trying to bounce it. I believe we have news in 3 minutes, so we'll see what happens. Again, I'm gonna take off my target too, because I want to catch this run. Removing my target. Oh, yeah. So ideally, I want to catch overnight highs. So I'm gonna new target is gonna be at 69.60 if we can manage to achieve it. See if we can manage to achieve it. But again, if the news is bad as far as the PMI, then I'll get stopped out and then I'll call it for the day. But as of right now, I'm still in my longs off of 69.28.25. All right, news is going to be out in a minute. We're getting some volatility, or some spikes at least. The news is out. Let's see how the market reacts to it. Gold is trying to squeeze. Above 49.62, this thing is gone. ES can't even hold its weight right now. It's breaking down. ES is trying to push. If it breaks above value area high, I think we can get the squeeze up here to 69.60. A lot of midnight opens are stacked up there. Looking at gold here, we are battling midnight open at 49.57. If we can break above that, we go to 49.62 value area high. I believe above there we can get a squeeze going to 49.70. If we break above 49.70, I do see 49.84, and then a big squeeze actually to like 5,020, but it's all up to that 49.62 break, in my opinion. I don't want to be in this position for too long, so we'll see what gold offers today. There's really no telling what they can do to gold over the weekend, so and at most I can always just reposition. So we'll see what gold does today. ES is trying to break above value area high at 69.39, 69.40. I'm going to stay on ES 1 hour time frame because we have a new 1 hour candle opening in about 1 minute. New 1 hour candle is open. ES is trying to squeeze. ES trying to push. Gold trying to push. We could get a squeeze here going on ES. Volume is low at these in this territory. Picks up at around 69.55 to like 58. I appreciate you all showing up for the lives too. We're currently out of this overnight market auction area, and we are in previous sessions market auction area. So technically we could go to 69.63, but I do just want to see the midnight open get hit. Even if we go to 53, I'll deadass be happy with that. And yeah, but let's see what happens here. We're testing the previous session's POC. Previous session's POC was sitting at 69.45. So if we can hold above 45, we should be good to push higher here. We got to just hold above 45 here on ES, and again, we should be good. We got a whole hour for this candle to play out too, so I think we could definitely get a run for our target before anything crazy really happens. Looks like we're struggling a bit here. I want to see us get back above 41 if possible, which is value area high, which is asking a lot from the markets because
I can go
hold
through the
on, we got
express lane, right?
a hot mic, we got a hot mic, hot mic, hot mic, hot mic.
I got it. It will stay loaded.
All right. So yeah, I want to see us hold above 69.40 at least. That's asking a lot from the market because it's a value area high. But if we can get above that, I believe we can go back to our previous session POC, which is a fair value at 69.45, and then continue the push on upwards. We're back above that 45 PLC area. Now we're squeezing. We're at 48. Let's see if we can get this target. I'm still holding longs. We got a nice push going here on ES. trying to hold and push. Price action is lackluster, but it's whatever. I just want to be out the position and just call it a day because I'm not expecting much today with price action. Again, I just want to see if we can run overnight highs. If we can, cool. If not, oh well. But really nothing interesting happens unless two major levels break. One or two have to break, obviously. The first level is we sell off really hard and break under 69.11. At that point, a daily 2 down will trigger, and we'll start selling off for the rest of the session. The second level is we break above 69.70. Break above 69.70, that puts us above the channel's range and above major midnight open. And at that point, we will start rallying to the next midnight open to the upside and a value area high, which sits at around 69.90 to 69.92. And it could probably go higher, but yeah. So those are the two major levels that really need to clear for this session, or else it's just going to be a range bound nothing burger for today. Yes, we're currently we're like snagging longs right now, thankfully, but if you really want to see a trend, you need to see either 69.70 break and clear or 69.11 break and clear. Then you'll see a trend for the day. But until then, this is going to just chop up. So I'm not a big fan of this price action. It may even make me exit prematurely. So that's just something that I'm keeping in the back of my head. We got a new 30-minute candle that opened. So if this candle here can't really do the push that I really wanted to, it may make me exit prematurely. Now, yes, we could still push up based on the hourly, but again, this price action is just not something that is in my favor as far as the range that we're in. We're in a channel right now, so we need to break it on either direction or on either side.
Hello.
What's good, T?
What's up?
Stop and PewPie.
Well, you said what?
I said, who all on? What's going on here?
We're long off of 69.28. I'm just looking for. I'm out at 69.59, but based on his price action, which is not in my favor, I may be out prematurely. We got a new 30-minute candle that did open, but that stochastic RSI on a 30 is what may make me exit this prematurely if this current candle doesn't give us the push, right? Apart from that, you said what?
I wanted to ask you about the gold trade last night. So actually I did take it because I saw you was in it and I got stopped out. So I'm trying to figure out what I did wrong. I think I know what I did wrong. I think I should have just waited a little bit, because if you look at the I don't know, gold you need like wider stop losses, man.
Yeah.
This shit kind of, because it's like I didn't like how it was moving. Now it's pumping. Like you see how it swept.
Right.
It swept. I feel like with gold, what I'm gonna start doing is if I do trade gold, I'm gonna just take entries off the it's in an algo too. Like if you look at the strat, I actually got the strat set up on my TOS now. Finally, I found a really good script to like have it, and I love it. I posted it in the main, so you see it in the main chat,
right?
Like you see like the main chat. I just posted it like how it looks. Like it looks pretty clean. I'm gonna mess around with it this evening though, because I think there's other ones that I can find. Like I guess there's ones where you can just set up just two reversals, which is cool. Like it'll only print like a 2-2 reversal for you. It won't print no other candles, and kind of notify you, almost like a signal or whatever. So, or like a failed 2 up or failed 2 down.
Right. And
those are the ones. The failed 2s are the best ones. I was doing some studying around key levels. Those are the best. That's how you find. Those are your reversal. Strat bars.
Right. So if you look here, also one thing I noticed about what gold likes to do, let's just say like even for this session, the value area low for me at least wasn't near any critical key levels. But one thing I noticed that gold likes to do, if it does sweep that value area low and go a little bit lower, if it hasn't yet, I look for the yesterday's close, and it tends to bounce off of it if it's trying to push up. So in this today, it bounced off of yesterday's close, but yeah, that's actually really clean. No, I'm looking at it in the chat. I'm not even expecting anything else much from gold, honestly. Like, yeah, I want to see it go to 5,000 because that's just a psychological level. But after that, I think I'm gonna chill off of it because I know, we both know this thing is gonna have to make not a correction, but all of this from, I would say, 4,600. There may be some candles to come, but this thing has to sell off for a bit before I even try and get in it. The main reason why I was playing gold this whole time, and I'm still in it, but this is like kind of my last trade on it, was based on this daily stochastic RSI. I seen it at the time and it was exiting in the 30s area. So at that point I was like, okay, I want to play gold. And that's when I played it around the 4,400s because that's when I seen it exiting. I should have played it sooner, but that's on me. And as you can see, my whole ideal thesis was to take it from the daily stochastic RSI 30s or 0 zone to 100 zone. And at that point, I'll be out. So I didn't expect all this extra squeezing to happen. I didn't expect the news to hit. I was just playing it based off that technical. The only reason why I can see this thing going a lot higher, and if it does make the sweep lower, I'll probably get back in it, is the weekly. Look at that weekly. The weekly is telling me this thing may still push higher and could even go to 5,000 if it wants to. But that's kind of why I'm still in the swing, and I kind of want to see gold at least give us a squeeze today. But I will say this, since it is a weekend, it's a long week, not a long weekend, but anything can happen over the weekend with Trump. Depending on what gold does, if it doesn't give me the breakout today, I'll exit my position at whatever profit we're at. And then at that point, I'll just go in with lighter size with a lotto type position with time still, and at that point I'll play the weekly stochastic RSI and stay on that weekly time frame, because we are going to get a new weekly candle to open, and at that point, if it gets a weekly 2-up trigger, I expect a pop to happen on gold. So today is really the day for gold to shine and really give me the squeeze that I want to see it, or I'm just going to exit with the profits that we do have. We're up, what, 72%? Yeah, I'll exit with the profits that we do have and then just reposition cheaper with relative time. But yeah, with ES, if it doesn't want to do it, it doesn't have to do it. I just want to see overnight highs get retaken. We're still in a channel. So if we don't break above 69.70, which is a midnight open, this thing isn't going to go anywhere to the upside. If we don't break under 69.11, which would trigger a daily 2 down, again, I just expect this thing to be in a wide chopping range. So that's why I'm not really too interested with today's price action, since we are in a channel. We're in a 1 candle right now on ES daily. So a 2-up doesn't trigger, just call it until 69.70, which again breaks us out of that channel. So this is going to be a semi-choppy session for the time being, which is why I'm just trying to be a little bit patient with my targets.
I wonder if next week it'll break out, because I see everybody kind of see like the 69, 70, 75 with that gap. So yeah,
exactly.
Jay Powell next Wednesday. We got Jay Powell next Wednesday and everything. So everybody, I see the flag. Like I see like, oh, they're really clean 1 hour flag. I see it. But it's like, are they really gonna try and break this out? But this is kind of strong though.
It is strong.
It's really strong. I like this strat though. Like I was kind of studying it. I think it works really well for
ES.
I think it works really good. I think it works way better than I think it works way better for index 6. Hold on real quick. Damn, I might get
what what strategy are you talking about?
The strat. I just like the strat, just kind of confirming. I mean, the strat is not a particular, like I would say, strategy, but just like understanding how the strat works. I like the number, just like knowing the numbers and stuff.
Right.
But much information that you need, you guys need to buy the guide if you want that information. I'm not giving out that information, but I like.
How do you like? Yeah. Okay.
I like
yeah.
how like helps. I think it helps manage your. I think the strat is really good for beginners, for entries. Like I think it helps you kind of manage your trade once you're in it as well.
Mm-hmm.
If you understand how the strat works, it definitely works well. You know, you compare it to like Hashinaki candles and other things, but yeah. But I'm not gonna give out too much.
Right.
You know,
and I'm sure you don't
like. If you, I feel like the main thing is this: if you understand price action, and then all the other shit, like all the other indicators and shit, just makes it like pop so much better.
Mm-hmm.
Like once you
Mm-hmm.
like key, just so y'all know, key levels is everything. Key levels over everything. I don't care what nobody tells you. Key levels over everything.
So
because key levels is what you want to happen with whatever indicator you're looking at, whatever indicator you're looking at. That's where you're gonna get the probability of that
exactly. So T, I want to ask you a couple questions. I know you don't use the strat to the T, right? You just pick certain parts away from it and then add it to your strategy, correct?
Yeah, I don't use it.
Right. Good. So that's what I really want to emphasize with people. So with my system, again, you can follow it to a T, or you can take bits and pieces away from it, because every indicator that I speak on there or that I talk about there, like, can couple in. But like T said, the key levels matter the most, and you all know what I use for my key levels now. And my profiles tend to line up with that. I would say the system works a lot cleaner and a lot smoother with less headache on ES, way more than NQ. But if you like to take risk, you know, you can always, let's say you take your position on ES, you can always mirror it with your NQ if you want to take that risk. But if you don't want to, you just want to keep things safe, I think the system works a lot better on ES. There's less crazy sweeps and things of that nature. But we're getting a nice push right now. Again, at 30-minute, we're still extended, so I'm just being a little bit cautious up here as we approach overnight highs. But the hourly does say we have another pop, you know, in us.
That gold trade actually kind of really hurt me. Like, look at that. It held. That shit hurt. Look at that. That was clean. It literally tested 4,900, came back. Damn.
Oh yeah, that we went back in longs after we had got stopped out. We went back in. We got back in and then was able to profit. Yeah.
That shit perfect, and it's just making making higher highs, man, higher lows.
Yep. And we're still in our gold swings too, up 80%. Nice. Nice. Yes. But yeah, again, ES is acting sluggish here, so I'm just being more, just a little bit patient with it. But if we don't get our target here within the next 15 minutes on this candle here, I may just exit with what we have and then just see what they want to do here in this channel. Days, I'm liking the consistency. There's nothing crazy, but you're consistent. That's what I like the most. Because if you can keep these numbers consistently, you're chilling. There's no reason to go crazy. But I've been noticing the consistency. take note of whatever you found that clicked. Take note of it. Write that thing down so you don't forget it. Whether it's staying off social, not looking at the next person's gains, like take note of whatever you have that just made it click. And look at that thing every day, just as a reminder. Yeah, even me, I've tried to stay off social media a good amount just because like it can mess with my head too, you know? This is no one else's journey but your own. So you operate at your own pace. You're not in competition with anyone but yourself. You're just trying to be the best version of the last you. Or the you from yesterday. Gold pushing here. Again, we're at 62. We can get the squeeze going here on gold. We can see 5,000 today here on gold. This is kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. We can really start squeezing here on gold.
Oh, that's fucked up. That shit fucked, man. Fuck gold.
ES pushing here. ES making a push here. We're up from 69.28. We've caught over 40 points so far. Take profits are coming up soon here on ES. We're getting a run to previous midnight open at 58.50, so I'm setting profit target to 58.50 midnight open, or actually 58 flat. Target set to 58 flat. Somebody has a hot mic. T, is that your mic?
No.
Target 58 is at 58 flat, so we're approaching. That's midnight open. That's our current session's midnight open, which is, yeah. We're approaching. All of this is caught on live, so that was beautiful. I'm gonna have to clip this. We're approaching, we are approaching, we are approaching, we're approaching, we're approaching. Oh, they want to edge me. What do you want to do here? Yes. It's almost like, do I want to be perfect or do I want to make money? And I kind of want to make money, so I'm out here. I'm out ES here. Fuck being perfect. I'm out there. If it goes, it goes. I don't care. But that was a beautiful move. Beautiful move.
All right. Well, I wasn't on here with I didn't know which I was in. I was kind of in like some other loans. I had scout. I didn't catch the move. That was a good job. You probably just gonna call it there.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it here. Obviously, it can go more, but I'm probably gonna call it here. I still have my gold on, so I'll just watch that on the sidelines. Yeah. Yep. I'm gonna call it here, but I'll be live Monday. Or no, Tuesday. Unless Monday gives me an opportunity, then I'll go live. But if not, then I'll be live Tuesday all throughout the week. I'll be trading Sunday night as well. That's it for me here. If you caught the longs, perfect. Congratulations. That is beautiful. We've caught over 40 points. And I love to catch big moves. Hourly still says we have more upside, but we have 8 minutes into a new hourly candle opens. What I would say for the DGens, if you still want to trade this, I wouldn't advise you do. But if you can get 69.50s to hold, you get more upside. Worst case, if this thing does pull back, and this is worst case, watch 69.45, which is a previous session PLC, which is now lined up with the value area high. Watch 45 to 40 flat. If that can hold, you should get a push right back up to the 55. And then if that breaks above and holds, you should get a push not only to overnight highs at 69.63, but you should get a move up to 69.70, thus triggering a daily 2 up. And then at that point, this thing can probably go. But if 69.70 doesn't go on the pullbacks and everything like that, if there's a pullback, we're just going to chop up. So that's probably what I'll have alerts at. So I would set alerts at 69.54, 69.50. Then I would set second alerts at 69.45, 69.40, and then that's about it. If price doesn't hold either of those on a pullback, then you're not interested in longing this, because the setup is just going to look nasty, right? If it doesn't, if this thing just goes from here, it goes from here. It is what it is. We take what the market gives us, not what we want. But apart from that, that was it.